An awesome day to you. I hope your day went well. Thank you very much for sparing time out of your very busy schedule to join us in this life-changing presentation. Trust me when I tell you this is life-changing. Welcome to Aurum, Aurum Foundation. All right, Aurum Foundation. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Please just try pay attention to everything you're going to hear over the next couple of minutes, and let's take you on that journey and show you why this is the game changer. But first, let us simply play this short video.
Aurum Neobank is a next-generation financial ecosystem with a fully integrated cycle. Top up your balance, earn through the trading bot, spend with your card, and restart the loop. Choose from 4 card tiers: Nova, Imperium, World Elite, and Infinity. Each unlocks access to cryptocurrency payments, low fees, and premium rewards. No verification required. Minimal fees. Physical card included. Higher transaction limits. Take control of your finances and grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank. Aurum.
All right, so Aurum Neobank is a technology to grow your finances, and it's actually targeted at you and everybody you love. It can lift families up financially, help you smile more when you're around your spouse, help the family to smile, have great vacations, plan for so many things, and have that level of financial freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, as has been always said, there is a disease called cancer of the pocket. And I had that term earlier this week, and I said, oh my goodness, how can we cure cancer of the pocket? Let's show you how Aurum can help you achieve that. It is a decentralized fintech company. So that means it's a blockchain solution. All right. And it is right on the blockchain to impact your life. The title of this presentation is Can AI Make You Richer? And I'm going to show you how that can happen. So it depends on if you keep an open mind throughout the presentation and decide to learn and change your idea of what you think is possible. Remember, as you pay attention to this, you can change your idea of what you think is possible. Understand that your thoughts will affect your reality. All right. There are different things in the ecosystem that we run through. Aurum is an ecosystem. That is the first thing I want you to get, okay? The previous slide said it is a decentralized platform, meaning it's a blockchain platform. In that blockchain solution, there are different technologies to bless you. You can get started with one, which everybody gets started with, the EXAI bot. As you use the EXAI bot and begin to enjoy it, you can step into the EXAI Pro bot. Don't let those names confuse you. This is just the basic AI bot, which everybody starts with. And this is the pro version of that AI bot. Then there is a bank, the Aurum Neo Bank. Application is in development. And right now it's running on Telegram. You have the card system where you can have your funds, sent to a card and you spend money from the card. You also have the Aurum Exchange, which is in its public testing phase. All right. So there are different things in this ecosystem that can bless you and create more wealth in your life. The question is, are you ready to make 2026 a far better year for you financially, far better than 2025 and far better than 2024 and 2025 combined? I'm telling you, what Aurum is doing can change your finances permanently for good. All right. It's important for us to start this conversation by focusing on the person who is the CEO of Aurum. This is a unique fellow, and he is humble, determined, focused, diligent, and an achiever. I tell you, Brian Benson is somebody that makes us get involved with Aurum. So who is Brian Benson? Well, he is a former director of Binance, all right? I often want to say CEO of Binance, but he was a former director of Binance, and he was in charge of the Latin American market of Binance, opened the offices, ran it for years, handed over to Binance. If you are here for the first time and you don't know what Binance is, understand that Binance is an exchange. An exchange is where the blockchain meets the market. An exchange is where you can convert your blockchain assets into money in your bank, right? So this is the platform where he was a director of. What does this mean? In the coming slides, I'm going to show you the criteria for being a director of Binance. You likely will not qualify for that role. I likely will not qualify for that role. So over the next 3 years, he wants to ensure that he achieves what Binance achieved in 1 year, which is taking Aurum to billionaire status. So I remember the first presentation we had with this guy. We had a meeting with him, wanted to connect with him to be sure that he is a real person. And he flashed us his data, showed us his identity. And I was like, wow, who does this? He was so transparent. That moment was a moment of, this is good. We had the feeling that this is different. This is good. We asked him a couple of questions and we said, okay, we're going to run with Aurum. Well, if you go to Google, you might type Brian Benson, all right? So remember, it's Bryan, Brian Benson, Binance. You're going to see his face when he was younger. You're going to see his face at his current age. This is not just this is not somebody that's an actor. This is not just a picture on the internet. This is a real person. All right. He is a real person. He has granted many interviews like this interview right here. Very, very important interview that I listened to. That will open your eyes on his personality. There are lots of videos about him granting interviews, and he has been a part of so many events. And one of those events is the Token 2049 event. All right. And this event gave us rest of mind that the identity of the Aurum CEO is legit. The Token 2049 event is an event that was, attended by tens of thousands of C-suite, blockchain experts, CEOs, right? These are people who are the top of the blockchain. And Brian Benson was there and he gave them a speech. The CEO of Binance was there. The CEO of Tether was there. The CEO of OKX was there. And Aurum was a gold sponsor at that event. This held in Singapore. So imagine where tens of thousands of persons are gathered. And we said Brian Benson is a former director of Binance. So that event was a meeting point for him, the current CEO of Binance, and a lot of blockchain experts. So that is who Brian Benson is. That is who we have in Aurum. Now, for top particular credibility of who Brian Benson is, on Token 2049, YouTube channel, the talk of Brian Benson was delivered. It's recorded there. You can go watch it anytime you want to. And the title was, Can AI Make People Richer? Can AI make you richer? All right. So if Brian Benson is not real, he would not go to Singapore, where tens of thousands of CEOs on the blockchain were present. This is a real person. I want you to understand. This is a real person. A lot of persons get involved in scam platforms. And most of the reasons why you will fall for scam platforms, there's a criteria. The criteria is you wouldn't know the CEO, or the CEO will just be somebody with a picture on the PDF, not a real entity. Brian Benson has worked and traded for Morgan Stanley. He's worked for Binance. And right now, as a fintech guru, he is here at Aurum to make impact in our lives. So feel free to go watch that presentation. All right. And, run with Aurum. I took the time out to make sure I, asked perplexity.ai. We have a lot of AI tools. I asked Perplexity, tell me, what are the requirements to get a position of director in Binance? Now, two criteria stood out for me. Two criteria. One, you must have 10 years of experience in an executive or leadership role, preferably in financial technology, all right? So the question I want to ask you is, do you have 10 years experience in fintech? Okay, if you have 10 years experience in fintech, the next question I'll ask you is, the second criteria, you must have a proven record, verifiable record, that you have built a company from scratch and taken it to $50 million. So I'm going to ask you, have you ever built a business from scratch and taken it to $50 million plus valuation. Have you ever done that? If the answer is no, it means you will not qualify to be a director of Binance. So I need you to get the picture of the kind of person we have as our CEO, because this will inspire your belief. He is somebody that has created growth multiple times, and he's going to create growth with Aurum. He has come up with a 10-year plan. This is how he thinks. This is how he works. And part of the criteria is that you're going to represent the company, present the company, Binance, to people at different events, which is what he is doing now. He did it at Token 2049. He keeps doing this. This is who Brian Benson is. These are the criteria for being a director of Binance. You won't have this criteria and run a scam. I need you to understand this. The reason we are in Aurum, one of the biggest decision points that we looked at is the person Brian Benson. And the moment we saw that this is a real person with pedigree, with integrity, we have his X handle, all right, which he has had for many years. You won't see anybody posting on the X handle saying scammer, scammer. No. So this is a real person. And I know as you're listening to my voice, you are remembering the last platform you lost money. That is okay. And I understand most people feel that way, the memory of past losses. But I want to ask you, before you shut your mind and limit yourself from financial prosperity, I want you to ask yourself, that platform, who was the CEO? Was the CEO, did he have the kind of credibility as a director of Binance? Have you ever worked with a platform where the CEO is a former director of Binance? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And when I got this picture clear, I told myself, okay, I have avoided ROI platforms for a long time, but I don't want to stay by the sidelines and hear the story of what Aurum did. I told myself, I have to be part of the story. So tonight, as I run through this presentation, ask yourself, do you want to be part of the story? Or do you want to just stay by the sidelines and hear the story? What if Aurum is here for the next decade and creates lots of dollar millionaires, thousands of dollar millionaires? Would you regret that you allowed your attachment to the past prevent you from moving forward and experiencing breakthrough in your life? Well, we have more third-party credibility. Forbes, a big institution that analyzes billionaire earners, their income, that writes powerful stuff about companies. Forbes wrote about Aurum and said Aurum is doing institutional grade trading. It gives you details about Aurum. This write-up about Forbes made me think, and this is how I asked myself a question. Have I ever been a part of a platform where Forbes did a write-up on the platform? Have I ever? And this is how I think, and I want you to think that same way, because you are likely remembering your past loss. And if you're not careful, your past loss is going to determine your future. I don't want your past loss to determine your future, because if it determines your future, that means your future will be poorer than your past. But I want your future to be greater than your past. So at this moment, I want you to ask yourself, have you ever been a part of a platform where the CEO is a former director of a big blockchain exchange? Have you ever been a part of a platform where Forbes did a write-up about it? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, this is a unique opportunity. You don't want to hear the story of what Aurum created. You want to be part of the story. You want to be so excited. You want to ride in and grab this opportunity. By the way, let me tell you a secret. Here's a secret. Most people don't know. There are less than 18,000, 17,000 persons on this platform. At the last count, there were just about 15,000 persons. All right? So you're coming to a platform where many people don't know about it yet. Your timing is perfect. You're coming in at the right time before the launch. The launch is next year, January. You're coming in before the launch. It's up to you to open your mind and grab opportunity. I love this slide because it reminds me that I don't want to grow old and keep working, right? I want to get to a stage where my money is working for me. I want to get to a stage where when I'm 65, 70, I don't need to work. I'll just be traveling all over the world having fun. All right. I will spend 3 months in every continent of the world and just go in cycles. All right. Come back to my base country, spend 2 weeks, and I'm out. I'm going to see the world and have fun. I mean, if my kids remember me to say hello, daddy, that's great. If they don't remember me, I'll just be sending them all the pictures of the wonderful places I am all over the world. And that's what I want to achieve. So if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Do you want to work until you die? That is a quote popularly attributed to Warren Buffett. So remember, in life, everything involves risk. So, like Brian Benson said at the speech at Token 2049, he said, don't put your house rent here. Don't put your, and I'm adding this one now, don't put your children's school fees in Aurum. Okay? Put money that you can trade and keep trading and enjoying your life with rest of mind. All right? Everything in life involves risk. You don't have to be scared of risk. When you see the word risk, you're scared. Do you know that going to bed is risky? You could go to bed and overnight some people come with guns and all blazing. You could go to bed and some people go to bed and they don't wake up. Uh, do you know that going to work is risky? A friend of mine was going to work somewhere, a contract that was going to change his life, and fell into the hands of kidnappers. And for 3 months, he was in a den of kidnappers. So this is reality of life. There's risk everywhere. Do not allow risk prevent you from making a move, because Aurum is a life-changing opportunity, and I want you to be a part of that. Do not say, oh, I've lost money in the past. I don't want to do anything online. It's too risky. Come on. Businesses fail. Offline businesses fail. Offline businesses collapse. So don't use that excuse. Remember, excusitis is a disease. Excuses are lies you tell yourself for not taking hold of opportunity to change your life. Now, this slide is telling you one of the things I love about Aurum, which is the fact that it's so affordable. For you to have access to the entire ecosystem, you just pay $19.99, less than $20 for 1 year license. There is no commission end here for anybody, and that's why it's so affordable. And I love it. $20 per year, enjoy the platform. Now that's income for the platform. So imagine if we grow to 1 million persons, right? 1 million members. That is 1 million members times $20, $19.99. So that's a source of income for the platform, and I really love that. So you can get started. There are platforms where the subscription costs $2,000 for a year, and you still have to analyze the charts. You still have to mope at the markets. All right. There are platforms where the subscription costs you $300 for a month, and you still have to have sleepless nights. User experience is tedious. But with Aurum, you have a simple $20 per year subscription, and you relax and experience cash flow. No more sleepless nights, no more floating losses. And understand this. With Aurum, you're going to send your capital to the platform. And that's a beautiful thing. Some people will say, oh, I like when my capital is in my control. When your capital is in your control, do you understand how to trade? Do you understand how to trade? Are you a profitable trader? Or are you always in floating losses? So please, let your capital go to seasoned traders with pedigree, led by a blockchain expert, combining human intelligence with artificial intelligence to create success for your life and change your life and change your family's experience. All right. So the first bot you get involved in here is the Aurum EX AI bot. That's the basic bot, right? The basic AI bot. Everybody starts here. Your trading capital after buying the subscription, minimum of $100. Okay. Minimum of $100. Now, why is the AI bot, EX AI bot, beautiful? It's beautiful because it's automated. You don't have to draw trend lines. You don't have to check the structure of the market. You don't have to be looking at the candlestick to see price action. You don't have to bother with any stupid indicators, bothering and coloring your screen. You just simply relax and let the experts use AI to make money for you. Now, one thing you need to understand is it's spot trading, right? Spot trading. It's not leverage, so it's safe. Now, they only trade the top 20 coins in coin market capitalization. Coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, ADA. They don't trade some crazy shit coins that pump and dump, so they don't take those risks. Now, over the last 2.5 years, this platform has been trading and delivering stable results, the range of average of 17.5, 18%. Okay. About risk management, this is another thing you need to understand. They don't sleep in the market. They don't stay in the market for long. The AI says, let's go in. Let's go in. 0.5%, we're out. Let's go in. 1%, we're out. Let's go in. 0.9%, we're out. Let's go in. 0.3%, we're out. No positive trade turns to a loss because before it to go down, they're out. High frequency trading, super fast execution, AI and human intelligence. I tell you this, it's been a wonderful experience, a powerful experience, life changing, right? But let me tell you something. Another reason why I decided to be a part of Aurum. There was a session where they showed us live results, 6 months trading results. If you have not seen that video, please go watch it. 6 months trading results on third-party exchanges. So they're not showing you results in their own exchange. They're showing you results in third-party exchanges. Listen, question for you. Have you ever been a part of a platform where the platform was bold enough to log into their account on the exchanges, KuCoin and OKX live, and generate from the spot trading 6 months results? Have you ever been part of that platform? Let me tell you, in our past life, all right, there was a platform that just showed us one trade. They just showed us one trade that the trade is running, and everybody went crazy. These guys are showing you 6 months, not that the trade is running, you don't know if it went to the profit or loss. They generated 6 months trading results. Look at it on two different exchanges. Come on, guys. When I saw this, I said, Brian Benson, I'm not going to stand by the sidelines. I must be a part of the story. And I went all out. I shared it with my friends. I said, come on, this is a one in a lifetime opportunity. We need to be part of that experience. So that is the first ecosystem technology that's going to change your life, the Aurum EX AI bot. But there's something you need to know. You need to understand that there's profit sharing when it comes to the bot's performance, and different capital have different profits sharing methodology, but there are no packages. So there's nothing like you buy a $1,000 package. When you earn 3 times or 4 times of that package, you've hit your income cap. You have to buy the package again. Nothing like that. That doesn't exist with Aurum. Now pay attention and write this down. Deposit once, earn for life. I repeat, you deposit once and you earn for life. If you want to deposit multiple times, that's fine. You can always add up, top up, but it is deposit once. You're not required to deposit again. And that capital you deposited will keep earning you money for the life of the business. This is a game changer. So look at this. I mean, this is a $100 account. If you're trading $100, $200, understand that the platform will take 40% of the profit made with that money and give you 60%. But no, step up to $1,000 because you have to step up your game, right? You step up to $1,000 and you realize, oh, with $1,000, the platform is taking 30% and you're getting 70%. Now, take a look at $2,500. If you're trading $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $4,000, the platform will take just 25% of the profit made and you're going to get 75%. So the higher your capital, the more profits ROI percentage you make and the faster you recover your capital. The higher your capital, the faster you recover your capital because the faster percentage returns you get. So look at the example of $5,000. With $5,000, $9,000, the company is going to take just 20% and you keep 80%. Somebody was complaining when somebody who had $100. Oh, why are they taking 40% of blah, blah? Come on, that's the model. All right. The platform has to make money, and that's the model that is running. As you step up your capital, which you can do very easily, you realize that gradually they're just taking lesser and lesser and lesser as your capital increases. And that's a positive thing. If you're trading with $50,000, for example, the platform will just take 5% of your capital. And this is good. Now that dovetails into this slide. Now pay attention to this, because you can see all these people are Aurum customers, but they are earning different percentages. When you're on the basic package with $100, yeah, that's fine to get started. You'll be making about 10.4% per month. Per month, okay? Then if you step up, you're making 11.3%. So now step up to $2,500, you're making 13%. $5,000, 13.99. If you do $10,000 or $20,000, you're making 14.87. And to the $5,000 to $40,000, you're making 15.74%. And of course, if you do $50,000, 16.62. Now, on the average, they're making about 17.5%, 18%. Now, guess what? The vast majority of people are all going to fall in between the basic, standard, comfort, optimal, and business package. And the platform is making 17.5% per month on all the money traded on the platform. But they're just giving you 13%, 13%, 12, 11. So they're going to make a lot of money from people who are in this bracket, and which is a good thing. The platform is making money from here. This is one of the sustainability factors, because I love it when the platform is making money. It means they're sustainable and they're going to make a lot of money and keep us in the game for a long time. One very common question we have, people always say, when did Aurum start? When did it start? Aurum started 2.5 years ago. All right. So February 2023, Aurum went ahead to start doing machine learning on the bot. Right? We're studying the market, updating the machine learning code, knowledge base, everything. The AI algorithm was being updated for a period of 1 year. It was studying the market and learning. That's why you see the percentages kept shooting up, going down, because it was more of experimental. Okay, but it performed well. Now, from March 2024, after 1 year of studying the market, the bot started trading. Okay. And you can see it started generating consistent, stable income for the second year running. Right. Now, some people joined in September 2024, and they started testing the system along with those who came in early. So this is not like a system that just came out yesterday. Now, those guys were so scared because this thing was looking so sweet, so good. They didn't tell anybody. They just said, let me trade. And they traded for 8 months. After 8 months, they decided to tell a few of their friends. And HP said the person who introduced him actually started in September 2024. HP is one of the presenters of Aurum. That struck me when he said that. But he only came on board in April. So from September, his sponsor kept trading without telling him until April. And he also traded for some time before we got to hear of it, sometime in July, August. Some of us started in August, early August. So you can see this is a platform that has been working for 2.5 years. Everybody comes in. It looks unbelievable. It looks like it's too good to be true. They don't know. With this could it work? They say no income capping, deposit once, withdraw forever. And they keep wondering if it's real. Now, when they take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they say, come on, I have to tell my friends. So how fast can you believe in Aurum? The earlier you believe in Aurum, the faster you believe, and believe bigger, faster, and you will unlock potentials. So from April 2025, it became open for all, and everybody started coming in, and some of us joined in August. So it's been 2.5 years of machine learning and trading. You're not coming to join a platform that is testing any trading pattern. The bot has been delivering results for 2.5 years. So, just jump in and be a part of the experience. All right, so this slide is just to show you that a $10,000 account operating with this percentage for that bracket, I was able to do 100% within 4 months in compounding mode. So This system can compound. For you to compound, you just click on the reinvest button. All right. When you click on reinvest button, it starts adding every profit you make each day to your trading capital and keeps increasing it. But please take note. If you know you need money every day, don't compound because everybody's compounding. Compounding is powerful, but if you know you need money every day, you don't have to compound. It's not compulsory. You can turn off the compounding and cash out. Now, here's another beautiful thing. When you've compounded to your satisfaction and you want to start withdrawing profits, just turn off the reinvest button and start cashing out trades after you've turned off the reinvest button. Here's another thing you need to know. Some people compound for 2 weeks, cash out for 2 weeks. Some people compound for 1 month, cash out for 1 month. So whatever works for you, knock yourself out. So this is just reminding you that compounding can literally increase your percentages super faster than you imagine. So that's it. This is the reinvest button. This account has 2 deposits and it's turned off one and it's compounding the other. Please take note, when you turn off the reinvest button, it means profit from those trades will no longer be added to the capital of that trade, but to be dropped in the accumulated profit section under the EXAI bot. Super easy. You click on withdraw and it moves it to your dashboard, and from there, you withdraw to your exchange. I love this slide. I created this to help you understand what you need, the kind of capital you need to, operate. How much will make impact in your life? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. How much will make impact in your life? So this is the dollar monthly results, percentages. How much dollars will touch you and you make sense to you? And if you live in West Africa, how much in your local currency will touch you and make impact in your life? Determine that first, all right? And when you're determining this, I want to give you an advice. You need to get to the level where you are earning 3 times your monthly expenses. Until you are earning 3 times your monthly expenses, you are not financially free. You need to be earning in the ratio of the golden mean, which means if you spend $1,000 every month, you need to be generating $3,000 to stay ahead of the game. So with that in mind, decide how much you want. For example, if you tell yourself, okay, it has to be 5.8 million of my local currency, which is about $3,900, that means you need to have $25,000. Trading in the bot. You need to have good capital to change your story. And I know many people don't have that. We're going to listen to someone who's going to educate us on how we can start with even $100 and grow our capital to this amount of this amount. So it's up to you to decide wherever you want to be. If you have money, choose a good place and enjoy it. But here's what you need to know also. You see that the higher the capital, the faster you become risk-free. So somebody with $50,000 is going to make 100% of his capital in 6 months. This is another reason for you to understand that this is not a Ponzi scheme, because people with bigger capital are cashing out completely faster than those with smaller capital. If smaller capital was being used to pay those with big capital, the system would not have lasted to this point. This model is not a Ponzi scheme model. This is a point, when you spot it, you're going to say, oh my goodness, this is insane. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll come in with some good capital, but make sure you stay within your financial muscle, all right? And just enjoy what Aurum has to offer. All right, so remember, we spoke about the EXAI bot. Another powerful bot we're going to introduce you to is the Zeus bot, the Thunder bot. You know, Zeus, the god Zeus, with his thunder technology. I think in Africa there's a Shango god of thunder, right? And Amadioha. So imagine a bot that fires thunder on the blockchain, a bot that generates money for you. Let me tell you what makes the Zeus bot unique, and you need to pay attention. The Zeus bot operates like a mining machine. It is not mining because you're not generating money from block creation, but whatever currency you decide to trade, it will generate profits for you in that currency. Now, remember, the first bot, which is the basic bot, you load it with USDT and it generates more USDT for you as profit. With the Zeus bot, if you load it with BTC, Bitcoin, it will be generating profits for you as Bitcoin. So if you want to own one Bitcoin, you can start with 0.5 Bitcoin And before you know it, you will have one BTC. If you load it with Ethereum, it will generate more Ethereum for you. If you load it with Pepe, it will generate more Pepe for you. If you load it with Doge, same thing. This is a powerful bot, and there's an interface where you can click on and see the beauty of the bot. You will see the exchange where it is trading, how the trade is going. It's actually a very transparent bot. So this is the second bot I want you to pay attention to. There are many tools in the ecosystem. We have the flash loan license, all right? So there's so many of these tools on the ecosystem. But hey, one question people ask is, when I make my money, can I convert it to fiat currency? Yes, because we have exchanges, all right? These exchanges are where the blockchain meets the market. Exchanges, centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, they are where the blockchain meets the market, where the blockchain meets people. You can easily sell off your assets on those exchanges. We can go through people who invited you to this opportunity. They can easily guide you on how to do that. Okay? So that is the beauty of it. You have the centralized exchanges. Aurum has launched its own centralized exchange. It is in public testing. These centralized exchanges are permissioned exchanges. They are permission system, which means, you have to get permission before you use them. You need to do KYC and all of that. Then you have permissionless exchanges like CoinMarkets, Uniswap, SushiSwap. Aurum is also going to build its own permissionless exchange, which is also called decentralized exchange. All right. So simply know that whatever money you make, you can convert it to your fiat currency, spend anyhow you like. By the way, I'll show you a card system where you can just move your money to your card and spend as you like. That is the Aurum card. Somebody told me, why is Aurum making us pay for the card? We have some platforms that are giving you free cards. Hello? Aurum is yet to launch. You want it to start giving you free cards? Relax. Relax. Let's enjoy this powerful platform and appreciate the effort this platform is going to create this technology for us. Let's support Aurum so that we will be part of history. If you look at some platforms that are giving you some free stuff, understand that they've been in business for many years, right? So get that card from Aurum. We have a no KYC card, which is the Infinity card. Costs $250. You can spend up to $100,000 a month, no issues. No KYC. No KYC. You have to pay for that service, all right? And of course, we have the more affordable cards that you can use, pay a little amount of money and then ship it to yourself. Right, so this is an example of where the cards are at work. This card was being used in Thailand. Let's see the payment.
This is Michael. This is a beautiful lady, Nida from Marriott. Now we will see. Also, machen wir besser in Deutsch, ne? Brandneue Aurum Visa Card.
Tap one time.
Klick. Okay. Brauchst du einen Beleg? Nein. Was passiert jetzt hier? Sale, Receiving, Receipt. Wait. Super. All done.
Yeah. This one for you.
Micha, geiler Laden oder geiler Laden? Thank you, Kapkun Krab.
I guess you didn't really understand the exclamation the guy made. That's because when you're spending money, your language doesn't matter. It's a payment system. The technology understands itself. Speak whatever language the card processor goes through. So this is the ecosystem as it stands now. More tools are coming up. There's a flash loan license. This is a smart contract driven technology where you can take a loan from Aurum, trade and return the loan you took and take the profits. Some platforms will tell you, we are a platform where we give money for people to take loan. And I asked them, okay, but can you take the loan? They said, no. Some people take the loan, but not us. This is how you know a Ponzi scheme. You are giving money for people to take a loan, and you can't be among those that take the loan. Come on, you should know it's a Ponzi scheme. With Aurum, you can take the flash loan, do your transaction, push back the loan, and it's a smart contract driven technology. And because it's a smart contract, you can even decide to dig deeper and see everything it's doing. Aurum is real. The trading is real. You don't have to Allow your past memories to make you feel that this isn't real, because you're going to miss out on something that's going to change your life. AI is making impossible things possible. AI is making life easier. If you keep living in the past, AI will take over a lot of things, and you'll be like somebody deep in the forest who has refused to live in civilization. Wake up, embrace technology, $120, experience Aurum, and get out of poverty. In the future, as part of the 10-year strategy, Aurum is going to launch real world assets where there'll be properties all over the world, tokenized, and we can purchase them. Aurum is going to launch its own POS machines where people will be using the Aurum technology, receiving payments all over the world. They are going to launch their ATMs. This is huge. All right. This is huge. They're going to put that, when you hear Aurum Neobank, that's the idea. Every service a bank can offer you, we're going to be creating that on the platform. And of course, you're going to have staking where you can decide to stake any of these coins and move back the money in and out of your account anytime you wish. Withdrawals work. They're super fun. We withdraw every day. We're cashing out every day. 1% charge on withdrawals plus 1 USDT. Now, the 1 USDT goes to the blockchain, it doesn't go to Aurum. So Aurum's charge is 1%. Listen, there are so many testimonies of withdrawals. Withdrawals happen every single day. So let's quickly take the next 5 minutes and talk about the partner program. Now, before I go into the partner program, understand this. You can decide to just put in your money in Aurum, say no word to anyone, sit quietly and selfishly and enjoy your money. You're going to be making 10 to 16% every month, depending on how much capital you put in. You don't have to tell a soul about Aurum for you to make that money, all right? Because somebody will tell me, is this a networking thing? I mean, what do you mean by networking thing? Right? This is a system where you use the ecosystem tools to make money. All right? However, the platform allows you to become a business partner. All right? Remember, if you're a business partner, it's optional. You just have to put in the work. You become a salesperson. Remember, Aurum Neobank is like a bank. Look at the banks in your country. Do you know that they have salespeople? They have salespeople who go out and look for customers. And sometimes they give those salespeople targets. Why do the banks look for salespeople? Because the more money you have, the more miracles you can perform, the more profits you can make. So Aurum also wants us to, be salespeople if we wish to enroll for the partner program. It's optional, okay? Totally optional. The partner program is for people who are focused, who are determined, who are willing to take no and hear no and not be intimidated. All right. So if you can do that, welcome to the partners program where you get direct sales, you get team sales, you get extra bonus, you get profit shares, you get shareholder bonus. Oh my goodness. There are different levels. There are 2 pages of the compensation plan. All right. But remember this, when you come in and you start building Aurum business, it will likely look boring if you remain a Nova. Nova is who you are. And I call Nova novice. All right. You are a novice to Aurum money. Please don't stay long in Nova. You can't stay long in Nova. You will feel like Aurum is not performing miracles. You'll be seeing people making money and you'll be wondering how they do it. Get out of Nova. When you step into Voyager, it's open sesame. Open sesame. Open the vault. The cash flow starts coming in. Now, for you to become a Voyager, remember, it's just $7,500 in your structure. One person can come in, deposit that, and you're a Voyager. All right? You can have 7 persons do $1,000 in your structure, and with some other person doing 500, you are a Voyager. There's no other complicated requirement for being a Voyager. The Voyager rank is the building block of Aurum, partner program. So you want to become a Voyager and teach your friends to become Voyagers. And when you hit Voyager, something amazing happens. Apart from the $100 bonus you're going to get, it unlocks 5% income on whatever profits your team makes. So if your team makes $100 profit in a day, you're going to get 5% of that as a gift from Aurum Foundation. And that is why from Voyager rank, you start making some money. Now, when you get to Voyager, don't stay in Voyager for too long. Simply locate 3 people in your structure that want to also be Voyagers and teach them to become Voyagers. Work with them. Engage in active business, because this is a sales team, right? So you work with them. By the time the three of them become Voyagers, you just see yourself as a Vanguard, because a Vanguard requires $25,000. Now, when you're a Vanguard, you get a $500 gift. And the team profits you make, that is whatever your team makes as profit, you're going to make 7.5% of whatever they make as profit. So take note that after Vanguard, you have Vanguard Pro where you get a $1,000 gift. Then you have Nexus where you get a $2,000 gift. Then you have Oracle rank where you get a $5,000 gift. Oh my goodness. And when you're an Oracle, you become a shareholder with Aurum. Whatever you do, make sure you get to Nexus and make sure you push to Oracle. And after that, you can get to Prime. When you hit Prime, it's a $10,000 gift. Let me tell you, the platform doesn't fail. Once you hit this rank, the money goes straight to you. Before you blink, the money is in your account. Now, I want to tell you this. If you remain in Nova, you'll be wondering if Aurum is worth the effort. So move fast, money loves speed. Get out of Nova, get into Voyager, move to Vanguard Pro, get to Nexus. When you hit Nexus, you are financially breathing. You are breathing better financially. But when you get to Oracle, you are enjoying more. And when you get to Prime, you have defeated poverty. When you get to Prime, you have defeated poverty. Then you get to the second page where you attain escape velocity. Now, when you hit Elite, it's a $20,000 gift. When you hit Magnate, it's a $50,000 gift. When you hit Mythos, it's a $100,000 gift. When you hit Legend, it's a $150,000 gift. When you hit Dominion, it's a $500,000 gift. When you hit Archon, $1 million gift. Do I keep going? Pantheon, $2 million gift. Alpha, $3 million gift. Listen, if you hit Dominion, you've made so much money to change your family story. If you hit Archon, come on, you're going to change your number, you're going to change your contact, because you're a different kind of person, all right? You're a money machine. So ladies and gentlemen, the compensation plan is powerful. It will change your story, and we encourage you to be a part of it. By the way, the launch for Aurum is coming 15th, middle of January, right? Yeah, middle of January. So between now and the 15th of December, you can hit these ranks, $35,000 direct sales, and be at that event in Dubai, right? If you want to be an executive at that event, you $50,000 direct sales, and then you have $75,000 direct sales for the VIP level. But come on, $35,000, be at that event. So we have the Aurum card, and the beautiful thing about the Aurum card is if your team starts using the Aurum card, you're going to be also earning commissions, all right? So these are some of the results from the bot over the last couple of months. In May, got 17.49%, right? We had $21 million trading. In June, we had $24 million trading, 16.66% made. Then in July, $29 million trading. In August, it was $34 million trading. August made 18.32%. Then we had September, $40 million trading, 18%. Then in October, last month, it was $47 million trading, and we made 17.4%. What will November be? We'll update you. So please get back to whoever invited you, get started, and be a part of this miracle called Aurum. The future starts here. Become a part of this opportunity and change your story. This is a summary of why we choose Aurum. CEO, check. The ROI is reasonable, 10 to 16%. I mean, traders can do this comfortably. We're happy with Aurum. It's hands-free. Visa card is available. For Visa card to work with Aurum means they understand who Aurum stands for, the identity of the platform members, and they obviously have some legit level of exposure, right? Multiple ways of making money in Aurum. Very affordable subscription fee, just $20 for 1 year. Less than 20,000 members. We make money 7 days a week. This is enough. And so at this juncture, I'm going to call on Dr. Money to give us a little bit of advice on the compensation plan. All right, I'm just going to make Dr. Money co-host. Let's listen to her as she tells us a little bit about the compensation plan and why you should run with it. All right, so Dr. Money, the floor is yours. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. I hope your network is good enough. You are co-host. Okay. All right, Dr. Money, can you hear me? Okay. All right, that's fine. I guess probably her network is not letting her unmute herself. All right,
I
okay.
can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
All right, awesome. I can hear you. Go ahead, ma.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. So it's a good one having you here. In short, if you listen to Coach Nnamdi, you just keep eating Aurum. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You'll not get tired because this man is just too good at 8. So I want to take you through the different, let me call it classroom, the different step. You see, I don't want to talk about what Mr. Unamdi has said because Aurum is such a wonderful system that has given us different reasons, not just one, different reasons to trust and believe in it because of past experiences. So when we decided to come into Aurum, we said, okay, where do we start from? How do we make money? The kind of money in this system is crazy. Well, at the beginning, you won't even notice that there's money to be made. They are so stingy, I'll call it, with the money that they pay out. And that is one of the good things that you want to believe about a system, the kind of money they pay out. Now, when you start, you are called Genova. You just come in with your $100. Don't forget that the activation is $20, just $20. It is not $120. It is $20. That's the activation for the year annual fee. And then after that, some people they do activate and then they don't have money to trade yet. They start, trade signing up people, and at the end of the day, they have bonus to continue. Yeah, if it's that bad, that works also. The $100 there is the minimum capital that you use to trade. You could do with $1,000, 500, 10,000, $50,000. That is, depending on what you have. But the minimum is 100, and then we have the first rank. That's the Voyager. At this stage, you have made, that is you, your structure, the people that you've made $3,000. So you have the screenshots here. I'm not going to just talk about them. I will only just read it so that you understand. 3,000, and then your team, everybody has brought in 7,005, which there's a way it's calculated for, that's 40% level volume. That's the 3,000, and then what you earn is 5,000. At the end, at this stage, the company gives you $100 as a welcome or a thank you package. Oh, thank you, Coach Nnamdi, for leading these persons, because I mean, you are their upline and you brought them into the business, so they tell you thank you as a bonus gift. Then these people that you signed up, any new person you sign up with your link, you make 5%, and the people that those people brought in, you make 2% from them. So at this stage, the business is looking interesting and all that. You'll be seeing some things that will be making you smile. This life is sweet, but you get to Vanguard. Now, when you get to Vanguard, you have your team. your structure, you guys have brought in $25,000. We call it 10,000 LV. And then the company gives you what we call, and then you have your personal investment of, that is, you are trading with $300. The company gives you $500 to tell you thank you. And you say, wow. You make 7% from anybody you sign up with your link. And then your first generation, if they sign up anybody, you make 2% from that. And then the generation after that, your second, you make 4% on them. So you just keep, going up that way until you get to, let me say, the Nexus rank. When you get to what we call the Nexus rank, you begin to sing, glory, glory, hallelujah. Because at this stage, you have total of $425,000, your structure. And then it's called 50,000 LV. Then you make 10.5%. And then you have your personal investment of 1,500. The company gives you $2,000 to tell you thank you. Don't forget that you have collected $100, 500, 1,000, 2,000. You see? So these are wonderful stages you get to till you get to, let me be very personal, and be vain a little bit. You get to the oracle stage because I am, as you have seen me, I'm a native doctor, I'm an oracle. So when you get to the oracle stage, you have your structure, your team, they brought $250,000. That's 100,000 LV. And then from your direct sales, you make 12%. And then the company gives you, you have your personal contribution of 3,000. And then the company gives you $5,000. This is about roughly 7.5 million. Permit you to convert it to millions so that you will understand how huge this is. When this money hits you, you first breathe deeply, heavily. I have gotten it. I've gotten my $5,000. It doesn't end there. There's what we call, how do I call it in the simple? It's called shareholder bonus. So you want to call it, this is our other business, how do they call it now? But shareholder bonus is 0.5. So there's a percentage of the money that the whole company, the global, they make. There's a way it is calculated, and you make 0.5% of it as an oracle. The company telling you, thank you for being a wonderful leader. And then we have the next step, which I pray to become before the year runs out, the prime. That is 625,000 volume in the team. Then you have direct percentage 30.5, like you sign up anybody, you get 30.5. And your personal investment, 6,000. You see, the company will now stone you with something else again, $10,000. Life not supposed to handle. They'll stone you with $10,000. You've collected this other one, so, and then you also have from your team members what you make, and then you now have 0.2 shareholder. Now, looking at these ranks, you may think that it is difficult, it is easy. Look at the number they're saying. For me to get to prime, I need 625 total volume. Or for me to get to oracle, I need 250,000. It is not difficult. This will make it 3 months and a week that I've been in Aurum. I joined Aurum on the 2nd of August. And I'm headed to prime. You see, it's just a matter of dedication and how you place, how serious your priority. That is what will determine how fast you grow. There's, for the purpose of this Zoom, I don't think this is where I'll talk about it, so as not to bore you or take the time. That will be for team builders, where I'll talk about how to get these ranks crushed faster, how to arrange. That is for team builders. Because this business, you can decide not to talk to anybody. You can put your good money in there and start earning without even compounding. You can compound, you can do all that. But for those of us that are interested in elevating people from poverty after finding a good business, there are ways that you could crush these steps easily if you understand it. Because understanding a business, the compensation plan, is the bedrock of any business. Once you get it right, the next thing is to keep flying. So questionably, I don't think this is the place for that. This is a general Zoom. So, but for those of you that are here and that are interested in team building, you want to know how to go faster, you want to know how to arrange your structure, you want to know, so just plan is like the foundation of your house. If you're interested, that is my specialty. If you're interested in that, then you meet your upline, meet Coach Namdi, we'll talk about that. But you see, once you climb these different ranks, I don't know if I can share my screen, although let me see. Let me just share my screen. Hold on. I just want to show you in 3 months and a week. You know, at times when we share things on a group, it's like it's somebody else's screenshot, so you will not understand. You will think it's makeup or it's AI or something. This is my favorite part of my phone. In just this, that's 10 weeks, 3 months and a week. I need you to see, you can see the total bonuses in 23,300. That is not less than 34 million in 10 weeks. Are you going to tell me that you're not interested in seeing this kind of money building a team by sharing the opportunity? And when I get to Prime in the next maximum 4 weeks, I'll be giving another $10,000 minus what I would have made every day. This business is beautiful. Why not? If not, share it with people. Let people know people are suffering. People are hungry. Share the opportunity. Talk. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. You could be the next Ibok of your, you could be the next Dr. Money, you could be the next Coach Unamdi, and you could be the next HP. I don't want to go far too much. Why not? I hope that you have seen enough reason why you should take this business serious. We have done different businesses in the past, and we've made money, plenty money, this, that, and all that, but not as fast as this. This business beats everything. And guess what? I don't crack my head to analyze. Oh my God. I don't crack my head to do anything. It's just like I have an oil well in my house that is just bringing out money. I don't stress my beautiful brain out anymore. Think about it. Look at all the different reasons why you should do Aurum, the different things we imagine a company that is producing POS all over the world and you don't believe that? Say yes to Aurum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Oracle, Dr. Mrs. Money. All right. I mean, your account balance is inspiring. I'd rather take 1,000 no's and have that account. I will take 1,000 no's. Let them hit me with the nose. Yes, to God be the glory. All the mistakes were mine. I will take the nose and have that account balance. All right, so let's hear from somebody else who has hit Oracle, but is as good as a prime. All right. Queen Ibok, she is an Oracle. She smashed Oracle in record time, and she's good as a prime. All right. Just gonna hear the prime announcement in a moment. So, Quinniebock, the floor is yours. Inspire us.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Coach Namdi and Dr. Money. I mean, that presentation, if I had not started Aurum, I would definitely have joined Aurum today. And Dr. Money, I'm not even kidding, your back office is so inspiring. In such short period of time, you've achieved so much. Thank you so much for sharing. So mine is just to share my testimony on Oracle and hopefully inspire someone as well. I got to know about Oracle a few months back. That was in July during my vacation, really. And I finally joined Oracle on the 23rd of July this year. And
Aurum, right? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you said you joined Oracle. So
I joined Aurum, my darling. This Oracle position. Yes. So I joined Aurum, yes, on the 23rd of July. Thank you for correcting me. I joined Aurum on the 23rd of July. And I mean, since then, I've not looked back. And I always tell people, like Coach Namdi would say, we've all had bad experiences in the past, and those bad experiences have kind of, made us a bit weary about investments that we give our capital to. However, I mean, because we've had a bad experience does not mean we will not try again, you know? Like we always say, because planes crash does not mean we'll not fly planes again. I mean, these things happen, but dust it off and try it one more time. That one more time might just be the breakthrough you've been waiting for, and I actually want to believe that this Oracle, business, I mean, Aurum business is that breakthrough that we were waiting for. So I actually started Aurum with only $120. I will tell people, start with what you're comfortable with. I started Aurum with only $120, which is actually the least amount you can start the business with. Of course, the $20 was the annual subscription, for the bots and the ecosystem. And then $100 was my trading capital. Now, the interesting thing was that upon starting barely 20, 15, 20 minutes later, a friend of mine, joined the business. He came in with $10,000. Yeah. And instantly I hit my first rank. So I didn't even earn the 3%, like a Nova would earn, like Dr. Money and Coach Namdi were explaining on the compensation plan that when you come in and you refer someone, you make 3%. I never earned on 3% because my volume went straight to $10,000 in my team, which came from only one person. It took me straight to my first rank of Voyager. So I made my $500, on that $10,000, which is 5%, and also got $100 from the company. So in less than 15, 20 minutes of me starting the business, I hit my first rank and I got $600, which I added to my trading capital of $100 and started, trading with $700 that day. Now, a few days later, I think 2 days later, we hit another rank and we got $500. We hit the Vanguard Pro, we got $500. And of course, I topped up. Now, I'm just telling this story this way so that someone would know that you do not necessarily have to come with the high capitals. Do you understand? You must not start with the 5,000, the 1,000, the 10,000. You don't have to start with that. You can start with the least amount. In fact, we even found out that you can actually even start with $20. The people that didn't even have the capital and started with the $20, just activated their package and then referred people and are making money. So my story is that I started with $120, traded with $100, no, I didn't even trade with $100. I earned my 600, compounded that, to the 100, made 700. That was what I started trading the first day. And then I gradually grew up the rank. I could share my screen. Coach Namdi, is it possible to share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Let me see. How do I do this? Sorry. Screen. Share entire screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so let's come here. So I'm just going to go straight to the financial proposal, because sometimes it's good for us to have this figure. So if you take a look at here, you see I started July 23rd, 2025 for about 4 a.m. Okay. And unfortunately, I can't show you exactly how much I started. I had to go back several. So basically, from hitting ranks, from the From the Voyager, we hit the Vanguard. From Vanguard, we hit the Vanguard Pro. From Vanguard Pro, we hit the Nexus. And every single rank that we hit, we were paid bonuses. Now, the interesting thing is that, I mean, you can decide to either take your bonus and do what you want to do with it, spend it on your family or on yourself, or you can put it back into the system. Now, I put some back into the system. Like I told you, I started with only $100, but at the moment, this is what I'm trading with. I'm trading with over $10,000 in a space of 12 weeks of doing the business. I mean, I could have been trading with more, but I decided to also take out some earnings. So total earned so far from the business is about $43,702.
Ooh.
Yeah, about 43,000 on my account. And the interesting thing is that
Holy Moses.
the interesting thing is that our team is doing very well. If you do take a look at this, we have over 569 Nova, 32 Voyagers, Vanguard 11, Vanguard Pro, Nexus, Oracle. At the moment, yes, we have Dr. Money has qualified fully as Oracle. We do have people that are here in Nexus that have qualified as Oracle, but just need a few people to, push them in fully into Oracle. Yeah. So earnings are pretty good. Earnings are pretty good, I must say, from the business. And what I do is that, you can see more money just dropped in now.
Oh,
What
God.
I do, what I actually do is that I just leave my funds to stay, the whole week, and then I try to withdraw, at the end of the week. So I'll just show you on the dashboard. Um, Withdrawal. If you do come in here, you notice that I've withdrawn a total of about 37,403 from the business. And last week alone, from Monday to Sunday, I made about $5,680. So withdrawals are, you can see that, I remember a friend of mine called to tell me about a business that someone was telling them that, that Aurum is not paying, and I was like, I just shared my screen. I was like, please check the dates. Check the dates of this withdrawal and tell me that, Aurum is not paying. You can see every single transaction here shows done, 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 done. You know, I don't know of any business that would pay you this much in such a short period of time. And Aurum has been one of the easiest business to sell. If I speak to someone about Aurum and the person doesn't do the business, it's either the person, does not have money or the person does not really understand the business. Or most times, 8 out of 10 people that I've spoken about this business say yes to this business. So if we do the maths there, 43,000, yeah, 43,700, yeah, and six times, I think dollars is about 1,475. That's over 64, probably almost 65 million in a space of 12 weeks of doing a business. So please tell me,
My
does it
chest.
make sense?
My
So
spinal chest.
tell me, yeah.
My
And then,
chest.
that's money. And then I always say that, the one thing I like about this business is that we can actually build and add our family members into the business as well. I mean, my daughter is here as well. If you can see, she's on the rank of Oracle, just she needs one person to hit a rank for her to call it her 5,000 bonus as well. And
Osanobia.
yeah, and she has made over $10,000. So if you want to add my daughter's earnings, yeah, my daughter's earnings to mine, that's over $53,000. I'm not talking about my son. I'm not talking about my husband, because everybody just comes into my business. When I get into my business, I carry my whole family. So I might just push it to about 55,000 roughly that we have made from the business. And that is in a space of 12. So over 81 million naira in a space of 12 months. So that's just my story. I mean, I believe that the future really belongs to those that take actions. Don't just watch others make money. Join the winning team, join Aurum. I mean, if I didn't say yes to Aurum 12 weeks ago, where would I have been? We were doing businesses that were not making money. In fact, there was a day I shared with someone that was making 0.01 from that business, and they busted out laughing. We have children's school fees to pay, abroad. And I don't know how we would have done without a business like Aurum. Aurum is an answer to a lot of prayers. You understand? We prayed about this business before we started it, and we asked God to make it easy. So He brings in people that will partner with you to make the business easy. So I would just say, you don't need a perfect plan to start. You just need faith, consistency, and the right platform. And Aurum is that platform. Don't fear starting small at all. I started small. Aurum would give you the opportunity to start small and big. I mean, my sponsor in this business is making over $2,800 daily. Daily. What would $2,800 do for us? Over $84,000 in a month. We will get there. We're just getting started. They started 3 months ahead of us. We're just getting started. So I know that we will get there if we build together. So basically, that's my story. I hope that inspires someone. And I can take questions if there's any. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Give me the nose. Give me the nose. I want 63 million of my local currency. Baba GQ. Baba GQ, are you seeing what I'm seeing? How does this make you feel? Um, is this what is this what is this
I
what
was,
going all out for?
I'm currently sharing what I just saw on some of my groups, and telling people that if they don't join these Zooms, i.e., they keep meeting these Zooms, then they are missing a lot. Wow. I'm like, wow, I'm kind of like just blown away, with the results that have just been shared on this Zoom live. Thank you very much to our leaders, Queen Ibok, Dr. Money, for sharing and inspiring us with the kind of results that has been realized because you said yes to this opportunity. And in turn, because of that, we have also, said yes, and other people are also saying yes. And, we give God glory because we know that if our leaders are achieving such results and we follow in their footsteps, we will also get there in time. Yes, that's the little I'd like to add. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to speak. God bless.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, everybody, for finding time to be here. You've heard it all. It's time for action. Action takers are the money makers. And if you take the action, I want to encourage you, if you can, decide to hit Voyager within 2 weeks of your becoming a member. I mean, within 2 weeks, you can achieve this. If you think you can never succeed in this opportunity, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you doubt the image that God created? How dare you underestimate your potential? How dare you feel you cannot build a team of 7,500 people, dollars trading in your structure? You are more powerful than that. And if you are thinking of your past losses, let me remind you of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln went to war with his friend. After the war, he opened a business with his friend. It was a liquor business. His friend, I don't know whether it's post-traumatic stress disorder, he drank the whole liquor. He finished the business, he wrecked it. Abraham Lincoln had to spend 10 to 15 years to pay back the debt from that business. Abraham Lincoln always told himself, it's not as if I am dead or I cannot get up. And he went on and became the president of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what your past has been. It doesn't matter how many businesses you failed in. It's not as if you are dead or you cannot get up. Rise up again, grab the opportunity, and let's make money with Aurum. Thank you very much for being here. It's time for question and answers.